workforce shortage, don't we? A lot of people not going to work. Well, this is the solution to the problem. See, there's something to be learned from the Nazis, and that is if you do nothing, bad things happen. It's easier to cut it off at the beginning than it is to allow it to turn into some big fucking, well, monster in people's minds. For those of you who are not going to work because you're not able, I realize you guys are getting hosed in all of this, and that all these people that are mooching off the system because they don't want to work is taken away from your ability to get help that you actually need. Yeah, that sucks, but you weren't getting that help anyway, were you? So quit your bitching. All of those people living with their mommies and daddies collecting checks that ought to be going to you, I want you to keep in mind that those people living with their mommies and daddies are broke too. They still living with their mommies and daddies. Those upper class poor people, you know, the uppity ones, the ones who think that they are doing well and that they got it all because they busted their ass and they're a good worker. No, they ain't. No, they fucking ain't. Not living on your mama's couch, you ain't. And that we want to teach. The primary peoples that are missing from our workforce are men. That's right. Men don't want to work for free anymore. Especially the ugly dudes that you expect to provide everything, but you provide nothing for. We've gotten to see recently how the more superficial of the genders, women are far more superficial statistically. We can see this on YouTube, TikTok, and in the headlines. We also see how easy it is for a woman to get away with it. Those of you who hate female child molesters, what if that female child molester, what if she's a teacher? I was over there at Denny's for quite a while, and I didn't realize that the teacher who was having sex with an underage boy worked at the Denny's. I know her. She's recorded on my channel. I recorded a lot in the Denny's. I record everywhere I go to show how it really is. We're not worth listening to, are we? The solution to our problem is letting the United States flop. It's letting those rich people lose their fucking businesses. They're a fucking hose on our goddamn economy. They pay us jack shit. And they tell us we wanted it, we chose it, we deserve it. It was our choice. We should have picked a better paying job. Meanwhile, even beginner jobs that 20 years ago would have been a job for somebody just starting out. Now they want 2 to 5 years experience before you can get an apprentice job. That's stupid. That is completely fucking stupid. So what are we doing now? Waiting for it to fall. If we stop contributing, well, you know what? We're survivalists. We'll get through this. Rich people won't. The government's bailed out nearly every major company in the United States at the expense of the workers. If you want to talk shit on communism or socialism, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You notice how our politicians talk shit on socialism and communism until it's their lives at stake. And then they'll dip right into straight up Nazism, not giving a fuck about you or your fellow man, let alone your fellow woman. Now we get to see how it's primarily women in the workforce. Men aren't going to work for free. Women commit to 80% of the buying decisions in the United States. Well, if they're going to spend 80% of the money, they need to do 80% of the work. No more of this, she gets to spend 100% of her paycheck on her, and then she gets to spend 60% of your paycheck. You're left with 20% of your paycheck after she's done spending. Sorry, 40% of your paycheck. That's going to get cut down to absolutely nothing if you leave her. No, most of us don't want to fucking date you. Most of us aren't fucking interested. Most of us would rather masturbate than even look in your direction, because you'll treat us like we're rapey. How about if I treated every single woman in this country like she's rapey because she might have double-clicked the bean? Fucking dumbasses.